You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Onyechi Evangeline Choma, and in today's tutorials we'll be learning how to make a short skirt with the butt contour effects or the hip allocation method. So we'll be using this Ankara fabric to do that. So if at the end of this tutorials you find this video interesting, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So I have already imputed some of the measurements needed for this training. This is my waistline. Then I have from my waistline to my hip line is 8 inches. This is for my hip line. Then the length of the skirt is 17 inches. This is the length. Okay. So after that, the next thing I'm going to do now is to insert some of my measurements. I have my waist measurement divided by 4. That is 8. So for my hip measurements, I'm using 42 inches. When divided by 4, I should have 10.5. Okay, so for me to have a contoured hip, I need to deduct 1 inch from it. So I'm going to mark it at 9.5. So for my knee length, I'm going to deduct 1 inch from whatsoever I have here. So I'm going to mark 8.5. So I'm going to go ahead and connect the marked lines together. So as soon as I'm done, you can go ahead and add 1 inch for your allowance, but that's optional. I'm going to come down here towards the center front, come down by 1 inch, then connect it to my waistline. So once I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and cut out the excess. You can as well add 1 inch to the hemline or 2 inches. Let's make use of 2 inches. Then once you are done, flip it. It aligns. Okay, you can just flip it this way and cut. So after drafting the front pattern, next thing to do is to draft the back pattern. And I have my starting point, which I'm going to be referring as my waistline. So from my waistline to my hip line, I have dots here and dots there. Then on my full length, I have another dot over there, and I have extra 2 inches for folding it in, just like we did for the other pattern. So now on my waistline, I'm coming in here by 1 inch. Then on this waistline, the full length rather, I'm coming in here by 1 inch as well. Okay, so this is for my butt contouring effect. So I'm going to join it with a straight line. So after joining it with a straight line, next thing that I'm going to do is to mark 1.5 inches all the way down, or you can use 1 inch, depends on you. 1 inch all the way down for your zip allowance. This is to avoid, what I did here is to avoid having a bulgy waist area. Okay, then the downside is to make your hip side very fitted. So I'm going to connect it just like that. So once I'm done, the next thing I'm going to do now is to start imputing my measurements. So from here, I'm going to insert my measurements. My waist measurement divided by 4, I have 8. Then I'm going to add dart to it, 1 inch dart. That is what I have there. Then my hip divided by 4, it's 10.5 plus the 1 inch we took out from here. You know, earlier we took out 1 inch from here, so I'm going to replace that 1 inch over there. This is 11.5. Then on the waistline, my hip measurement, whatever I have here, I will minus 1 inch from it. This is 11.5. So I'm going to mark 10.5 over here. This is 10.5. So I'm going to square a line. I should have done this earlier before now. Square a line. So after this, I'm going to connect it together. Okay, for your box allocation method, you can also go ahead and reduce it further by 1 inch. Just go ahead and reduce it by 1 inch. I'm going to go ahead and take in one inch, just like we did for the first pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and connect the lines together. That's my dart. That's my nipple to nipple divided by 2, and I have 3 inches here. So, and I'm going to use 4 inches for my dart leg. So I'm going to take half an inch from both sides. So just like that, I'll go ahead and cut out the excess and transfer to my fabric. So if you find these tutorials helpful, give it a thumbs up. So I'm going to fold it this way, just like we did earlier, and trace out what we have there.